more for you, you feel it. You know it. This is your life, and it's time to go from contender to champion. This is The Show. John Madsen.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm your host, John Madsen. This is The Show. Thank you again for all of your support. The show is growing rapidly, and it's all because of you. It's organic. You've liked it. You've shared it. If you haven't and something I say resonates with you, please do me a favor. Share it with one other person, a friend, a family member who needs to hear the message. It's the only way that the show goes on. It's the only way that it grows. So thank you all for your support. I love the comments and the outreach that I've been getting through my Instagram because it's the easiest way to get a hold of me. Go to John Madsen Official on Instagram. If you want me to dive into a topic pertaining to mindset, pertaining to fitness, or pertaining to business or career, definitely reach out on Instagram. A lot of the topics that I get come from the questions or comments, so definitely keep on doing that. If you are on a mission to get incredible results and you want me to coach you for free, just go on over to athleticafchallenge.com. In exchange for an email address, you are going to get a nutrition plan, you are going to get a workout plan, but most importantly, you're going to get a framework that'll tell you exactly what you need to do to not just get the results, but to actually sustain them for the rest of your life and make progress on a continual basis, because that's what it's all about. Today's show, we're going to talk about 5 little lies that are derailing your efforts to get any kind of result. Now, these 5 little lies, I'm going to talk about them mostly in terms of fitness, but as you hear them, I want you to think about all the little ways that you do this in all the other aspects of your life. Because telling the truth is uncomfortable sometimes, but it's necessary if you want to tap into your true greatness. You see, from the time we were little kids, we learned to tell lies. We learned to tell little lies. We learned to tell lies when we didn't do an assignment and we made up reason for us not doing the assignment. We learned to tell lies to defend ourselves from coaches, from parents, from friends. And over time, I see this as adults. I caught this in myself. One of the things that all of us, probably if I was to ask a room of 1,000 people, if for every person in the room to raise their hand if they valued honesty, all 1,000 people would probably raise their hand. And if I asked all of those people to keep their hands raised if they didn't tell a single lie in the last month, all of the hands in the room would probably go down. We all lie, and we all justify the tiny little lies because we think that it might be better than telling the truth. Now, the number one lie that I'm going to talk about today, the lie that I'm really talking about, are the fucking lies that you tell yourself on a daily basis. Now, you can strengthen the truth-telling muscle by practicing actively telling the truth. For example, somebody that you don't really want to see hits you up and asks you to go to lunch. And you make up a lie that you're busy and you can't do this, and you think that you, just by putting it off is going to keep their feelings intact and let you off the hook. It's a lot easier than saying, you know what, man, I just don't want to. Things as simple as that are the reason that other lies can build up, because we get so good at telling them that it doesn't even feel like a lie anymore. So let's dive into today, because these things, I'm telling you, if you're going to the gym and you care about your fitness and you're still looking in the mirror and you're wondering, why the fuck don't I look like that? I'm putting in the time, I'm doing what's necessary, but I'm just not getting the result. You are either doing one of these next 5 things or you're doing all fucking 5. So let's dive in. These are important. 5 little lies that are absolutely killing your progress in the gym, in your finances, in your relationship, in your business. Number one, you're going to the gym and you're going through the fucking motions. Low effort, low reward. So many times, because a lot of times I work out in a public gym. I have a home gym that I work out sometimes too. But so many times I go to the gym and I see people there. They did one of the most important things. They just showed up, which is better than 90% of the people. But when they're there, they're wasting their fucking time because their effort is bullshit. So when they go home and they get ready to put their head on their pillow and go to sleep, they feel good about their day because they went to the gym. If you want substantial results in your life, you have to tell your truth whether or not the effort you put in was equal to what you really want. If you're going and you're showing up and your effort is low, you shouldn't expect ridiculous results. But yet we do. It's a little tiny lie that will go unnoticed. And over time, you waste 6 months, a year, 6 years, 16 years doing shit half-assed. So I need you to be really, really honest with the effort that you're actually putting in whatever area that you truly want to improve. Little lie number 2, you're actually uneducated on what actually is going to drive results, and you keep doing the wrong thing. So this is kind of opposite of little lie number 1. This is the person that's going to the gym, sweating their fucking ass off, going from machine to machine to machine, going from lift to lift to lift. They're laid out in a puddle of fucking sweat at the end of a 90-minute session, wiped the fuck out. Although they think that they're doing the right shit, they're actually not doing the right thing. So they're putting in the effort. They're going to get a little bit more results than the dude that keeps putting little to no effort in. But if they were just to get educated about what actually drives results and put their effort into something that's going to get them the result they actually want, they would literally change at lightning speed because the effort's already there. They're already showing up. They're just doing a bunch of shit at 100% effort. That's the wrong shit. And so a lot of times these people are know-it-alls. They think they know. They think they know how to write themselves up a training program. They think they know how to eat the right foods in the right amounts. These are the people that go super fucking hard but still look sort of average. Effort is going to trump not effort. So the people in group number 2 are way better off than the people in group number 1 who are just showing up and doing a bunch of bullshit. Group number 2, the effort's there. It can just be redirected into doing the right things and they'd get massive fucking results. Doesn't matter if it's finance, doesn't matter if it's relationship, doesn't matter if it's fucking fitness. Do the right shit. Get yourself educated. Don't think you know everything. That includes me. That absolutely includes me. There are topics you can't expect yourself to know fucking everything. That's why on the stuff that I don't know, I'll find a model, I'll find a mentor, I'll hire a coach who's gotten the results that I want, and I will pay them to get me the same result faster, 10x, 100x. Because if you're already putting effort in and you're spinning your fucking wheels at 110 miles per hour, it's just stupid. Little lie number 3, a little here and a little there will not hurt. So I see this all the time. Now we're educated. Now we actually know what's going to get results, what's not going to get results. So here are the people who are following a training program religiously, and a good one at that. Here are the people that actually understand what's going to drive the results as far as nutrition is concerned. Not just what they can eat, but exactly what and how much and sometimes when they can eat. So these are the people that are getting out MyFitnessPal. They're tracking calories, they're tracking proteins, they're tracking fats, they're tracking carbohydrates. They are very, very aware of what they need to do, and what the actual daily, weekly, monthly targets are. The problem with this group is they're not 100% honest. You see, they think that if they sneak a handful of this, a piece of this, a couple pieces of this, a bite here, a bite there, when they know they should only have 10 ounces of something, but they make it 11 and a half, but they only account for the 10. These are the little fucking things that are being swept right under the rug. There's just little tiny things. I know I've been victim to this little lie in my life. It's just a little bit of shit here, a little bit of shit there. It's super hard. I know exactly what I need to eat. I know exactly how much I need to eat. But then I'm making my baby dinner and I'm like, damn, this grilled cheese looks good. She didn't eat it all. And so then I gobble up 4 or 5 pieces and I don't account for it. Well, those 4 to 5 pieces might be an extra 100, 120 calories. That's a big deal over weeks and months. It's little tiny ass things. Little tiny ass things. You are not 100% accurate. You are not 100% on the metrics, and therefore you aren't going to get 100% of the result. Now, people in group number 3 are way ahead of the other 2 groups. They're putting an effort in the right places. They know what they should do. It's just the little things they're letting themselves slip. This is all self-discipline. You have to really fucking know why you want what you want in order for you to get out of this vicious lie. This one's hard because if you're not clear on why you want it, you are going to be unable to willpower not taking a little bit here, not taking a little bit there. If you see that in yourself, because I see that in me. Same thing if you look at your bank account and you have some bullshit subscriptions that have gone on for 3 and 4 months and you keep saying, shit, I gotta take that off, but I'll do it next week or I'll do it tomorrow. See, those are lies that are letting yourself off the hook. Do that shit now. Become very fucking clear on exactly what it is you want. Because this, if you've gotten substantial results and you're just right out of reach, this is the one that keeps knocking you back. This is for the people who look in the mirror and they're like, damn, I look really good, but why can't I be phenomenal? It's a little here, it's a little there. Dig very deep and ask yourself why you want what you want, because that's the answer. Little lie number 4. The I don't want to know syndrome. You see, this one is maybe the worst one of all. This is where you continuously know that you're fucking up. And you know that it's so bad that you just don't want to know. This is where you have a whole cheat weekend. You do great Monday through Friday. One meal turns into a binge all out on Saturday and Sunday. You're so good at tracking. You know your metrics. You're aware. You know what you should hit. And you're just like, fuck it. I fucked up one meal, I'm going to fuck up the whole weekend. This one will kill your progress. This one is when you don't want to go to the mailbox because you don't want to know what kind of bills are inside. This one is when you open up your laptop and you get this anxious, terrible feeling every time you log into your bank account because you just don't want to know. Sweeping shit under the rug is a very, very quick way to have disaster strike. Because the more you don't want to know, it keeps building up and building up and building up until that little tiny snowball is like the abominable snowman. And you have no way to stop its momentum. The only way is to start telling yourself the truth. To know exactly what kind of dragons you have to slay. To stop running from the truth. You see, when it comes to fitness, you can be perfect Monday through Friday and then just fall off the wagon, stop doing everything you were doing Monday through Friday, and it's like you're taking 2 steps forward, 3 steps backward. But yet, when somebody asks about your fitness and your progress, you're going to blame your genetics, you're going to blame your metabolism, you're going to blame your thyroid, you're going to blame whatever condition your doctor said you have, but you're not going to look internal and understand that because you do good 5 out of 7, it's not good enough. Now, I'm not asking people to be perfect for the rest of their lives. What I want you to recognize is the little tiny lies you're telling yourself. Let's get to the last one. Little lie number 5. You're delusional about the actual fucking facts, and you'd rather pay attention to your feelings. You see, the last group kind of knows what they're doing. They know when they're blowing up. They know that they don't want to know. They know that they don't want to open up their bank account. But this last group, the delusion, is that they keep telling themselves a different story. So this is a blatant, flat-out lie. Your feelings are telling you stories, but your facts say otherwise. I feel like I'm putting in effort. You see, this last one kind of sums up the last 4 groups that we just talked about. I feel like I'm putting in effort. I feel like I'm doing the right thing and I know what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm being perfect. This diet makes me feel better and it feels like it's working, but yet the number on the scale stays the same. I feel like my relationship is going good, but my spouse says otherwise. I feel like I'm making money because the revenue's there, but there's no fucking profit. I feel like I'm eating clean, but I still look the same in the mirror. You see, the delusion about the lie in the 5th group, the 5th little lie, is that you're not paying any ounce of attention to the actual facts. I did a whole podcast show on paying attention to the facts and not the feelings. This is so big in terms of business, in terms of finance, in terms of relationship, and especially in terms of fitness. I don't know how many times I've been on the phone with somebody or I've sat right across from somebody and they've told me stone cold, straight faced that they eat healthy. that they eat clean, but yet they have 50 pounds to lose. Or that they just don't eat enough, and that's why they're overweight. You see, what they say doesn't make any sense. They make it seem like they're a scientific anomaly. But what they're really doing is they're not paying any attention to the facts. They're paying all the attention to their stories around the facts that they're not paying any attention to. So their feelings take precedent over the facts. These 5 things will kill your progress in any area of your life. I implore you to pay attention. And if you see yourself in any one of these groups that I just barely described, and you will, because I've done all of these things. There's times that I go to the gym and I put some bullshit effort into it. There's times when I'm sitting there and I go to the pantry and instead of eating 2 Reese's Pieces, I eat fucking 6. And I don't track it because it's a little here and a little there. But if you want to go all the way, and if you want to be a champion, the first step in all of this is just being aware. Where are you coming up short? What are the lies you're telling yourself? Is it any of these 5? Are you low effort, low reward? Are you uneducated about what you actually need to do to drive the result that you actually want? Are you doing a little here and a little there that's going to throw off everything that you worked so hard for? Do you have the I don't want to know syndrome? You just rather not know, sweep that shit under the rug, and go on like it's all good. And number 5, is it a little bit of all of them? You're delusional about the facts, and you'd rather talk about your feelings. Ask yourself. One of my favorite things about the mirror is that you have to look in it. And what you see there, the man or woman staring back in the glass, there's actually a great poem about it. The Man in the Glass. Definitely go look that up today. Google it. The Man in the Glass. Your true reflection is staring right back at you. And at some point, you're going to have to look that person right in the eyes. And only you know whether you're telling yourself the truth or not. That's the beauty of all of this. There's only one person that truly knows. You can fool, if you're a good liar, every motherfucker there is in this world. But you can't fool yourself. Start telling the fucking truth and watch your world change.
Thank you so much for joining us for another amazing episode of The Show with John Madsen. The greatest compliment that you could give us is liking, loving, and sharing this episode with all of your friends. So please go to iTunes, leave us a 5-star rating and review, and then share it online with everyone that you know. Make sure to tag John as well. He loves to hear from listeners of the show. The links for all of his socials and iTunes are in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to engage John for anything related to his coaching, consulting, or programs, please visit johnmadsen.com for everything you'd need to know on how to engage with John offline. And lastly, thank you for your time, your attention, and your consideration. This is The Show.